born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, let's work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, March 27th, 2025, at 6:30 in the morning, and it is Ivy Day. Ivy Day is the day that the Ivy League colleges announce their admissions. So if you have someone or know someone who has applied to an Ivy League school, they will find out today. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we try to help you make the income that you would if you graduated from an Ivy League school. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our simple but powerful and accurate proprietary indicators. And to show you how simple and accurate they are, we do these live trade sessions where we show you one of a dozen different strategies that we have. So that you can make the evaluation yourself. And the best way to make that evaluation is we offer a trading trial. And in that trading trial, we give you full access to the indicators. We send you daily trade setups and trade pattern alerts to let you know that trades are there and you can take them. Again, so, the proof's in the pudding that you can test it out yourself. And we are so confident in how well the indicators perform that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. So with that, let's get in and see what we've got this morning. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll see what the market has.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with a number of different tools. We've got a pretty advanced curriculum that's been developed over 16 years, where we give you specifically what you need to know to trade profitably. There is a lot of information out there. We cut away the fluff so that you can focus on what will make you money. We've got a very full library of recordings that take it step by step on what you have to do. We supplement that with group training. We supplement that with these sessions where we do live trades, where an experienced trader comes online and kind of walks you through how they think about things. And by listening to them describe what they're doing, you learn from it and get better. And then, of course, we've got the personalized one-on-one training that allows you to learn at your pace, ask questions, and continue to advance that knowledge. Anybody great at anything has a coach. And to do this well, you need a coach. I do 3 sessions a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning at this time, Monday afternoon at 3:30. Every afternoon, so long as it's not a holiday, I send out a overnight trade setup. Last night's trade setup closed profitably. when you become a member, we do live trades every morning at 10 a.m. and every evening at 6 p.m. And you also get a trade pattern alert that's sent out between, actually it's 8:30 and 8:30 and noon, with the trade that the indicators have found. Well, we'll figure this out later. So lots of evidence that the indicators work. I like to work off of a little checklist. It helps me stay focused. Make sure I don't miss anything. If you do need to get a hold of me and have a question, the best way to do it is just schedule some time with me. You can do that at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. Every morning, I like to refresh my green chart, clears out the memory, picks up any updates. End of every day, you should do this no matter how you learn to trade. It is important to go back and take a look at trades that didn't go the way you thought they would. And our indicator has a simulator on it that allows you to go back to that specific point in time and look at the signal and figure out, and it lets you figure out why it didn't kind of move as you thought it was going to. Sometimes you do everything right and it still goes the wrong way. But more often than not, you can pick out something that you did that wasn't quite right, and then you put that in your toolbox so that you don't continue to repeat the mistake. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and the indicators are very good at kind of picking up the pattern, giving us the direction of which way the market will move. And if you can figure that out, you can make a little money. And you don't need too many successful trades to do that. But we do want to know what the news is so that we can trade around it, because news does impact currency prices. And I like to use Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact, we ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact, I ignore those. But these red guys are high impact. I want to trade around them. And usually I will not take a trade within the 2 hours of before the news announcement, because the price starts to act funny within that 2-hour window. And sometimes before the indicator can pick it up, or just as the news is announcing, there'll be a spike in one direction or the other, which is outside of what the indicator was showing you. So within this morning, we won't trade the US dollar. We have a dozen different signals to trade from, and when we coach someone, we kind of figure out what their availability is to trade, what their kind of risk preferences and appetite is, and we will customize that trade plan. The trade plan that I use principally, but I've got a couple different trades I use, is the 10-point trade signal. I like to take it off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, that means I'll get in and get out within 1 to 3 hours. And trade will be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot is 11 pips. If I can carve out 11 pips 2-3 times a day, I am making terrific money. So with that, let's jump in and take a look at what the market has for us this morning. Chart I'm trading off of is the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart in that this is showing me 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based. And what I am looking at is I start with what the strategy is basically is there's 3 sections of the chart: the majors and minors, the TNTs, and the pressure. And I am looking to see the lines in all 3 sections basically agree. And each section is measuring something different. So when all 3 sections agree, there's a high probability that the move is going to go in the direction that it's suggesting. So I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is our major indicator. The black and gray is a minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I am looking for situations where we are, say, oversold, like here, and the lines are going up, and I want to ride the transaction through the channel till it gets to overbought, and then when it turns, I want to kind of ride it the other way. And you can see down here we've got two big up candles, which would have been worth 31 pips over 3 hours. So that's what I'm looking for. So here on the Australian US dollar, we are all the lines are going down. We never really got to overbought. It's kind of gone down, up, up. I don't like trades. I prefer it to have gotten up here and then turned. I like to start with overbought. So we don't really have that here. And the green line on the major indicator is more than halfway through the channel. Now, can I make 11 pips, from here to by the time it gets fully oversold? Yes, I can. It's not part of my trade strategy. I'd rather wait and take a trade that's got more of a chance of easily carving out my 11 pips. So because it's more than halfway, I'm going to pass. The other thing that concerns me here is U.S. pair is second here, U.S. pair is second here, U.S. pair is second here. These three are, this one's going down, this one's going up, this one's going up. So I prefer to see all three going in the same direction. So this tells me something's going on different with the Australian dollar. Euro USD, it's just reaching overbought. So I want to wait till it gets to overbought and comes down. More like when we were up here, it came down and we could have ridden it and carved out our 10 pips a couple hours ago. Pound USD overbought going up. Dollar Canadian dollar. It started to go down and it turned in the channel. So we're going to pass. Dollar Swiss franc overbought going up. And here's a case where normally on a 1 hour chart, if we're overbought, I am not going to take a trade because I don't want to get caught holding it when it turns. Here, maybe could have, carved out 8 pips. And the pound USD overbought. Minors are coming down, majors are sideways. So these haven't quite turned yet. I want all the lines coming down. There's 4 things I'm looking for. And when I see them, I'll point them out. But we don't see them on this chart. So I've cloned this chart, and we've got the 6 more charts. These are non-US pairs. Euro pound. We were oversold. Now everybody's going up. That's the second thing. So oversold, everybody's going up. I've got what I call a double cross. The green line crossed over the red and the gray line is crossed over the black. That's the third thing I'm looking for. And the fourth thing is, what's the slope of the green line? And I want it better than 45 degrees. And it is. It's almost, it's like 85 degrees. So I've got all 4 here. Only thing I don't like here is green line is well past the halfway mark. So for me, that kind of disqualifies it. The next thing I would look at, however, is what the TNTs are doing. And there's 4 lines up here, the thick orange and thin orange, dotted blue and thick blue. When the oranges are going up, that means buy. And when the blues are going down, that means buy. I want at least 3 of the 4 lines here telling me buy. So thin orange is going up, giving me a buy. Thick orange is horizontal, so that isn't telling me buy. Thick blue going down, telling me buy. So I may have 2 of the 4 here. I want at least 3 of the 4. So that's enough to get me to pass. Australian dollar, yen, overbought. Majors are sideways, minors are coming down. Because of the time difference, it's evening in both of these markets. Because I'm trading on a 1-hour chart, I want one of these to be actively trading. Since neither is not, I would not take a trade on this at this time. Euro Canadian dollar, overbought. Everybody's going up. So nothing there. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold. Majors going down, minors are sideways. Pound yen, overbought. Majors are sideways, minors coming down. Euro Australian dollar, just reaching overbought, going up. So nothing there. So let's look at the next pair of 6. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought. Majors are sideways. I want everybody going in the same direction. Euro New Zealand, just reaching overbought. Everybody's going up. Pound New Zealand, just reaching overbought. Everybody's going up. New Zealand dollar, yen, overbought. We've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Gold dollar, overbought. Everybody's going up, so nothing there. And euro Swiss franc, we've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Overbought, majors going up, minors going down. So nothing there so far. So again, we've cloned again. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought. Everybody's going down. I have the double cross with the red on top, black on top. The slope on my green line is less than 45 degrees. Slope on my green line is less than 45 degrees. So I am going to pass on this. When the slope is less than 45 degrees, that tells me it's kind of running out of gas. So I'm going to pass right now. Now, normally, so I've got the 4 points. Well, if this were greater than 45 degrees, I'd have the 4 points. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So 3 of the 4 here. On my pressure, I normally want these lines going down, or the red line on top, and the red line is on top. So I've got a point here. I've got a plus that the green line is pulling away from the red line. So 1 point here, 4 points here, 3 points here for 8 points. I would then go take a look at, I'd want to confirm that I'm comfortable with this. And I confirm that I'm comfortable with this by looking at a full chart. A full chart is just the one pair, but with different time frames. 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart. So that was AUD, CAD. And I'd want both the 2 hour chart to be overbought. Lines don't necessarily need to be coming down, but I want these lines up here. And the 4 hour chart, I want these lines up here. So I've got my confirmation. My only issue right now, and the reason I want these 2 things, is that when this weakens, which it is doing now, I'll eventually pick up the trade off of the longer term chart. Because when these are up here, there's less of a chance I'm going to get stopped out, that it's going to go that much more in the other direction against what I'm predicting. But as I said, this isn't strong enough, so we're going to pass. In fact, it's gone horizontal now while we were talking. Swiss franc, yen, overbought. Majors are sideways. Euro, yen, overbought. Majors still going up. Minors going down. Pound, Australian dollar, overbought. Everybody's going up. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross, reds on top, greens on top, reds on top, blacks on top. And the slope of the green line here is better than 45 degrees, or just 45 degrees. Thick orange is going down, and thick blue is going up. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want 3 of the 4. Up pressure with red on top. So there's a point here, and the green is pulling away. So that is good. Let's look at our confirmation, even though we don't have all 3 here that we want. So that's NZD-CHF. Overbought coming down, which is the second part of the confirmation. And we have just reached overbought here. Just reached overbought here. Let's get a little bit more information. So if I'm strictly adhering to my rule, I would pass on this. But since we haven't seen anything, let's just take a look at what the full chart looks like. So a full chart is, oops. Oh. NZD. All right, so this is a full chart. What I want to look at is where the support and resistance is and what the trend is. Support and resistance. So this is a little bit more advanced because you got to do a couple more things to figure it out. Is where the candles seem to naturally stop. And where the candles seem to naturally stop becomes the boundaries from which I'm going to trade within. So it seems to stop in here, over here, kind of in here, maybe in here, over here. And they tend to be about 30 to 40 pips apart on the Euro USD. So it looks like it kind of stops in here, over here, over here, over here. Now here we're going from 0.5062 to 0.5077. So let's, and the trend, like, so here's clearly a downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, but now it's kind of just going up and down. So we don't have a clear trend. The reason I want to know where the trend is that's going to help me figure out how many pips I want to take if I'm trading with the trend or against the trend. And then I want to know how much space I have from where I'm at to where the line is. Because again, do you see how it goes up and bounces, 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 bounces? So we've had 4 hours where it's bouncing on this line. If I wanted to do a take profit that's up here, the chances are I'd have to wait a while because it's not gonna break through. So coming down, we're about 13 pips down. And 2 pips up. 13 pips down and 2 pips up. And let's just see how far we've got to say here. That's 11 pips. Let's take one more look at the signal. Last thing I want to know, New Zealand, anything New Zealand doesn't trade frequently. So the spreads sometimes are a little bit bigger. So let me just see what the spread is on this before I decide if I want to take it. Like normally, say on the Euro USD, 78.5 or 78.5 to 78.7. So it's 2 points. It's the fifth decimal place over. So that's a very small spread. On the New Zealand Swiss franc, I don't have that open. So let's open it. File, new chart. It's going to be down in this third group. New Zealand Swiss franc right down here. Opens up the chart. I'm going to make it 1 hour. And here you see it's 76.9 to 78. So it's 77 to 78. So it's a little over a pip. So I've got to pay 1 pip before I'm making money. So on a 10 or 11 pip trade, it's worthwhile to pay a pip to make some money. So let's just take one more look. And if we feel good about this one, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take it. Even though we're missing this, we've got the confirmation here. And why didn't it save it? Yeah, we're going to take an 11 pip. We're going to go down to this guy. We won't go all the way down. So you can take that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader, we'll go to file. We'll go to new order. This is a demo account. It's got 16,195. The rule of thumb when you're trading on a 200 to 1 margin, move this decimal place over 4 spots to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.619. So I'm going to round that up to 1.62. I can take anywhere from half of that, which would be 0.8, to double it, which would be 0.32. I'm just going to take the 1.62. 1.62. Market sell. It records it. I'm going to right click, go to modify. We're going to go for 11 pips. 11 pips is 110 points. I just add an extra 0. I click the little blue button. It does the math for me. And we'll use a 3 to 1, so 33 pip stop loss, 330 points. Click the little red button. It does the math for me. And then I am going to see where it puts the line. And again, I wanted to be on this line here, so I can actually put a few more pips in here. So I'm going to just pull this down. I want to stay within this candle wick And let's just make sure we got our stop loss. Our stop loss is in there. So we did a sell for 11 pips with a take profit of 0.50659. That's a 0.50659 and a take profit of 0.51120. 0.51120. I expect this to close in the next 3 hours. We'll have some data on it a little bit later this morning. If you want to learn to trade, you want to learn to do anything, the best way to do it is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. It's the most efficient, effective way to learn anything. We are good at it, and that's why we do these sessions, is so that you can determine that we're good at it. We'll let you use the indicators. We'll give you a little training so that you can see how effective they are. And we're so confident that we can teach you to do this that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money. So you've got a mentor, you've got a safety net, you've got the right tools and instruction to kind of make that leap into the world of currency trading. Have a terrific day, and we will see you this afternoon at a little after 4 when I send out the overnight trade setup. Have a terrific day. Bye-bye.